difficulties. Alright. And I can't read my chat
cards are up.
it's not working. Wait, I have one thing to do. There we go. Now I can be besieged by an annoying sound effect every time someone fucking chats. It's perfect. These are ideal situations that I have found myself in. Very nice. Okay. Music is way too loud. I can't do anything about it because my fucking Spotify soundbar is besieged by notifications. From 52 minutes ago? I don't need to see all of these. Alright, I'm just going to assume that my audio is working perfect. And really, that's all I need to assume. Needed there. Okay. Perfect. Alright. Everything should now be functional. Our legs? Excellent. Exactly how I like them to be. No issues at all. Yep, okay. Wait, I'm missing my sword. There we go. Alright, now I have my sword. Okay, let's go bug warped. Alright, I can't see chat in my hand. Thank you, OVR. Greetings.
Good morning.
Enjoying the view?
Yeah, I quite like it.
When we first came
Nothing
here, I
Seasaidh.
spent some time on the docks as well.
It's pleasant. Yeah. Being from Seasaidh, I haven't been around much water, so
That's a
I
shame.
find it quite... Honestly, it is a bit. But it's... going around the world now and seeing Rivendell and here and being at the harbours, it's quite beautiful.
She fills the heart with serenity.
Is she referring to the ocean?
Yes. Sometimes I pity those who cannot breathe beneath the waves. There are many beautiful sights atop the surface, but there are things I could never truly put to words below them.
I see. That makes sense, but personally you'd never see me going under the water. It's always been a bit frightening in all honesty.
She is only hostile to those who bring harm upon her.
I suppose so, but either way I always find the idea of entering water and just kind of losing a bit of control over my body just because there's water all around you rather than ants. I find it a bit scary.
I suppose that is a natural reaction for someone who cannot breathe down there. Instinctual for most, I assume. But were you given the possibility to breathe beneath the waves and swim, I would highly recommend you take it. It is breathtakingly beautiful down there.
I'd think about it, but I've always been afraid of water that isn't pure. Like, when I can't see 50 feet in front of me, I find that idea terrifying.
There are parts that are clearer than others. I suppose I'm more naturally attuned to it, so it doesn't bother me as much. But even
That's
in
understandable.
the emptier parts, there's an unstated beauty to the absence of others. Miles of ocean. You can hardly tell what is up or what is down. And just embraced by her in such a way. It's quite beautiful.
I suppose so, but to me that's just terrifying. Not being... Well, to me, all I would think about in a situation like that is there could be anyone above or below me, and that's terrifying. I have enough difficulties looking around for people on the same level as me.
Yes, I suppose. I have found that she often protects those who wish her no harm.
That's good, at least.
I have never felt in danger, at least not much, when I was below them. The waves, that is. There is much to behold down there, but I will admit the surface has been quite interesting so far.
Still an experience.
I will say it is uncomfortable how easy it is to move up here, though. There's a lot more resistance down there. There's far less pressure. At any moment, I get the feeling I might just float off the ground.
Oh, well. At the very least, those bracelets of yours should help with the... I'm guessing help with the pressure?
Yes, it helps somewhat. Fortunately, my bloodline has trained ourselves to be the ultimate forms of protection for her. We have grown to be particularly durable.
Let me see. So you're from like a family of protectors?
Yes, most in my family join within the Royal Guard of Ultreus to protect the royal family.
I see.
It is my aspiration I might join them one day, but I've never completed our ritual, I suppose. It is tradition that we join the local guard before we consider the royal guard and show exemplary performance within it to prove that we are worthy to join the ranks.
I suppose now that you're here, that's... won't put a change to your plans?
Yes. When I received the dream, I couldn't risk anything happening down there that I could have prevented somehow. It only seemed natural.
It's understandable. I think it's similar for me, but not quite. I don't come from a family of protectors or anything, but I couldn't bear to see what the dreams come to fruition.
Yes. It would be my utmost greatest failing and dishonor not only my entire family, but all of my ancestors should I fail to protect my home.
Should we head inland?
I suppose. do hope we get more opportunities to visit her like this. I feel uneasy the farther inland I get.
I suppose as long as we have the Kalypsia and, well, access to the Shimmering Nothing, it's never too far away for you.
I don't think I'll ever truly feel in danger until I am far from her.
Have you got any plans for the day?
Not particularly. Unless that Ethan boy wanted more advice on armoring himself and selecting a weapon. He was in the market for a new set of armaments, and we were exploring the markets together, outside of when we were in the hot springs.
I'm kind of surprised. He seemed fairly well armored as is.
It never hurts to have upgrades.
That's understandable.
Plus, from what I can surmise, he selected his armor and his weapon early on. He was in the market to specialize a bit more. Oh. She could not resist the call of the ocean. It was too great. You can use the no-clip menu. You should have access to it. Try no-clipping.
Yep.
I understand. I felt the same way. I didn't want to leave her either. Would you like me to
just
dry
a bit of a
you
headache. I'm
off?
fine. No, it's fine. I got it.
Okay.
Just take a step back.
Impressive.
Okay.
That is certainly a spell I would hold on to. Although I don't know if you can forget spells.
For me, I definitely couldn't, because it's more of an expression of my emotion.
Well, that particular
When
expression will prove useful should you be cornered.
Yes, that is why I'm trying to practice it more.
Yes. It is a very good
At
idea.
the moment, I can't really do it consistently, but I feel I'm very close to figuring it out properly.
Were I more attuned to it, perhaps I might explore further into magic, but my family has an unfortunate affinity for a particular type.
Oh?
Yes. We only learn what is sanctioned. We have no interest in anything else.
Mm-hmm. What kind of magic do you use?
I have found that some dislike its discussion in public, so I will refrain for the time being.
Say so.
I don't find it anything particularly controversial, however. It is simply what my family performs.
Some kind of mind magic, perhaps?
No. Or on the necromantic side. I find that some are a bit uncomfortable with it.
Yeah, I suppose it depends what way you use it.
We only use it in the ways that are sanctioned, which directly contribute to our protection of the ocean. Nothing particularly gruesome, to be honest.
Yeah. Personally, I don't really see a problem with different kinds of magic, as long as you don't use it with ill intent. As long as it's not designed to harm others outside of self-defense. So, like, for you, as long as you're not raising the dead with my dead parents, then I don't have a problem with it.
Where there are tools, some seem weapons, if only weapons. It is the flexibility of the mind that allows us to use these tools for other intended purposes outside of hurting one another.
Yeah. For example, I'm an elementalist. I use fire magic, but I try to avoid the destructive nature of it.
Mm-hmm. I saw with your
Rather,
drying spell. Very useful.
that's less drying and more just an outburst.
Well, it is quite good at drying.
Yeah, it just happens to be very effective for that as well.
I feel like that might be a good thing to refer to it as. That way your enemies do not know that you're about to hurt them. Watch out, or else I'll use my drying spell. And then while they're cornering you, you burn them.
I don't think I'll say that.
It is unfortunate to admit, but I have not much great talent with magic.
I suppose a lot of your time has been spent, you said you were an armorer at a time, so...
Yes. My father trained me properly since I was 8. Although, that is only if you count official training. I've been learning to use sword techniques since I was about 6, with a small training blade.
That's early.
Yes. Our family exists solely to protect the royals and the ocean. That is what our ancestors say.
If you don't mind me asking, how do you feel about that?
It feels good to have a sense of purpose in life. The training was hard, but it was fair. I have become strong because of it. I have no regrets for my station in life. Would you believe that we are actually not a noble family?
I've got no idea how it is in Eltrace, so...
Yes.
I wouldn't be so quick to assume.
Yes, our family, as much as we value Oceania, and as much as we serve the royals, we do not seek any sort of acknowledgement for our duties. We try to blend in
to
the guard. Yes, it is not about the recognition, but rather the act itself.
It's quite honorable, but if I'm going to be honest, it's a bit, at least to me, feels a bit foolish.
Perhaps, but there are many heroes who go unrecognized. Most people like to imagine that heroes are well known across the land for their great acts, but truly, heroes live amongst us and every day. At all times, you are surrounded by them. They do small things, but good things. It is in that not everyone seeks recognition for the good things they do. They do it simply because it is the right thing. There are many great heroes who are not remembered, but their actions have been felt for generations. Our family strives to be great heroes without accepting the label, because to do so would be somewhat disingenuous.
I don't really care about the whole hero thing. I just think that if you're going to try to do good by people, people should try to do good by you.
I'd say we're fairly respected. Of course, some are off-put by my appearance, but it's not as bad where I grew up. There are people who look more similar to me than they would you down there. But I feel that I've been held in high enough regard by my peers.
That's good then.
Besides, even if I wasn't, there's no greater satisfaction than simply helping someone.
Yeah. Sorry, there's a bit going through my head at the moment. A bit worried about this ritual tomorrow.
It is certainly concerning, but I'm certain all will go well.
Why is it so concerning?
Yesterday, when I was walking out to see the shrine, there was a kitsune that was injured running. Aetherbane have been out and about burning down shrines. They're inside the spirit realm.
Okay.
Which means that when we go in, well, when people go in tomorrow and the rest of us are trying to fuel the portal, the people that go inside are going to have a bit of a situation dealing with Aetherbane as well as potentially the spirits.
I don't understand a lot of this stuff. I was told what a spirit is recently. However,
So,
I failed to see the need to go to that realm.
okay.
To my knowledge, should the realm be destroyed, many others will follow it. It will cause an
Essentially,
unbalance
the way-
that will cause great destruction.
The reason we're doing this ritual is because Aetherbane have been spreading Blackburn Plague, so an affliction affecting, I believe, the mana pools of people, to my knowledge. They've been spreading it within the spirit realm, which is another place, essentially. If this continues, then the spirit realm is going to fall, and think of it like, imagine you have a table with 4 legs, and one of them is the spirit realm. If you pull that out, the rest become unstable. If that happens, and the spirit realm does fall because of this Blackburn, we are one step closer to the world ending, and the dreams come into fruition. So what we need to do is we need to go into the spirit realm with special artifacts to grow a kind of plant, which can be used to help cure the Blackburn Plague. Which we've got a sort of cure at the moment from my understanding, but if we were to grow these plants within the spirit realm, the mana present there would make it more effective. And so we're sending a few people in and through a portal that we're going to be opening tomorrow.
I see.
I didn't miss anything, did I, Mia?
Nothing that I can say is of particular import. I mean, the various nuances of speculations that have been happening are myriad, but none are. Well, suffice it to say, we are here in concert with the Shimmering Nothing in an attempt to undo what Aetherbane is doing. Obviously, it poses a direct risk to Hinaday as well as you say, more broadly within the realm. Vrchat itself could be destabilized, theoretically.
Right. And then after that, we're good.
Good is relative. Kalypsia's role is intertwined with the calamity, so...
Right.
Our work in Hinode specifically is then, I think, complete.
And we go back to Rigid.
Well, your choice of terminology makes a presumptive grouping of all of us. If you wish to remain, I'm certain that there's no force that will compel you to depart, except perhaps, I suppose, that of Hinode's authorities, but to my knowledge, they have no strict requirement therein.
The biggest thing is we still don't know what Etherbane's motives are. They claim to be trying to prevent the destruction of the world because of magic, but I was talking to Fred about it yesterday, but the fact that they have a part of the sorry, I forget her name now. No, I've lost it.
Leo.
They've got no. Yes. No, I've lost it.
Curator.
The fact that they have a chronomancer, part of a chronomancer's soul, means that they surely have some kind of method to see these other timelines as was being said. So they need to understand that the end is coming, but for them to be doing something which would obviously lead further towards the end, the dreams, because the world is stabilizing, that'd be silly, wouldn't it? So they must know something that we don't.
I have my assumption.
I mean, the dreams are certainly magical in nature. Any calamity that can seek to burn the entire world away is almost certain to be magical in nature as well. There is a reasonable presumption that to destroy magic would prevent the calamity from occurring. Whether accurate or not is not really the point. Belief is the point.
It's just strange, because if they were to destabilize the spirit realm, wouldn't that put us closer to calamity? Unless there's something they know that we don't.
My belief is that they've convinced themselves that the spirits are beings of magic, and that all the other realms are magic, and blah 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 blah. They want to destroy magic, they're going to destroy the spirit realm. I doubt they've really thought it out that far ahead. They do not seem like smart people. I have met them. They want to eat my legs.
Strictly speaking, it is not entirely incorrect to say that spirit would be, I suppose, by at least a certain presumption that spirit would be not necessarily the most magical, but spirit is one of the three inner planes. They are spirit, body, and dream. Body is less relevant to magic intrinsically, I suppose, than spirit, so if you were to pick one of the three, to my knowledge, none of the astral planes can be accessed trivially. Once upon a time, the astral plane for the Feywild could be reached, but that is no longer the case. Good morning.
Morning. I have some information for you whenever you're free.
Of course, I can step away.
As long as I'm not intruding.
Oh.
Actually, wonderful. He's right here, so I can share it to both of you and save time.
Let's see.
So,
Excuse me.
there is some information that he requested. So I might as well share it to both of you.
Of course.
Especially since there was information I wanted to give you last night as well, and I didn't get a chance, so...
What do you think?
If I can speak to, well, frankly, I can talk about
I suppose if it's so dire to go to the spirit world to help them, and I happen to be one of the fools to live in this forsaken realm that will fall apart if that one does. Why not? I am absolutely not going in there, however.
So,
But I do have a little thought.
I'm gonna go over.
They know how to get rid of magic, correct?
But I didn't get a chance to tell her.
With a pager.
I believe.
What do you mean in more general sense?
Asked in regards to Beastkin. If
Could they get rid of hexes in some way?
I don't know if I answered that yet.
I wouldn't know the first thing about it.
Was mostly a curiosity, so it's not of great import.
I assume there is some of that ability.
I checked my notes, so it was. I mean, I have the information. I might as well share it since you're curious.
Are any of them nearby? Are they all in the spirit realm?
Specifically,
Aetherbane?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
If they were, I would have found and killed them.
wild
I do not like those people.
basically animal creatures or animals that
I'm not saying I like them, but
those are most heavily.
they could have information for both sides, for myself and for everyone else here.
From my interactions with them, they are zealots who would sooner die than share even a hint of helpful information to you, despite the fact that it would save their lives. They are very stubborn. If you could positively get information out of them, I would commend you and applaud you immensely. That would be highly impressive.
Wild, yeah, wild folk.
I have an idea as to how.
The
Not
other part was something that was asked for.
a big fan of it,
That way you know as well.
but
which is,
I could
mana
practice a
level.
spell for that.
It does affect
Having
those with higher
some sort of
mana,
control over mind
slowly
magic,
loses
I
less mana.
could try developing some sort of spell to get them to speak.
Those that do
I'm
have
not
higher
sure.
mana, you can start to visually see the effects of
I don't like it.
Bloodborne. They tend to
But
focus
good
around the
have
pool
its
of
use.
mana in the body. So if you have a dense pool in your body of mana, it will concentrate.
Hopefully we can
there
figure something
and
out
be more
before
severe in that location.
Of course. I suppose that
turning
makes
to the mains, I guess.
And just to cover information that I've.
I suppose not all Aetherbane are quite so set. I've heard from some that there are a few who have turned coat and aided the Kalypsia in the past. And perhaps there are some you could talk to for information in relation to X removal.
Plague and sickness does, but most prominently it spreads through touch and injury.
We are in another region, correct?
Yeah.
The questions that you asked in your letter, in regards, for example, one was, I believe
I was thinking that.
the mana control does not have any effect in regards to it. If you have high or poor mana control, it doesn't affect Blackburn at all.
Well, did you have any plans?
Let's see.
Not really.
This was actually
Most of
You
my
could always check out the
preparation
markets.
individual.
Yeah,
Blackburn
I suppose so.
has
It's not a bad idea.
They
Kind of
have some
fits
armor
with
there you may
some
be interested in.
individuals do go feral after a few days. As it progresses,
I'm kind of
their
interested about this
agitation,
place, so I might just have a
their
listen.
temper becomes greater
Yes.
and greater.
Sounds like a
And
good idea.
eventually they can
Yeah.
and do go feral.
It's not gonna be good.
I believe one of your questions was in regards to equal mana levels, but between races.
Aye.
It will still greatly affect the beastkin more than, for example, if you two had the same amount of mana and you both had Blackburn, you would have it more severely than she would.
So a being that is considered a mythic still gets more affected by Blackburn than
Yes.
Noted.
I believe it is a case of beastkin are a bit more magically inclined than others. But that's just my theory.
That's
Would it be kind of similar to? I forget the actual term of it, but for example, direwolves. They have a specific inclination, and it tends to affect different races differently. Would it be similar to that?
Say again.
From my understanding, treating illnesses back in Solasta, dire beasts, they spread a disease which spreads the dire. But I don't recall the exact name of it, but would it be similar like that, as different races are affected differently by that disease?
I don't believe so. It's just how severely that it is affecting the individual.
Yeah.
It is, like I said, cases are more severe and more potent in beastkin. And like I said, specifically the wild form. Or wild folk, sorry. Any questions? Anything else I should go check?
I'm not confusing
that I can think of. Partly a curiosity and a worry. Have there been cases of wild folk reverting back to their animal selves before they transformed?
Wait, before they transformed? How do you mean?
Basically, are there cases where mana burn sucked the mana out of a wild folk so much that they reverted back to before they became a wild folk? An animal.
Then let me.
I will be heading to the markets. Seasaidh is greatly in the mood to murder something. Hopefully I get there while there's still combat, or if there is combat. I would like to kill something.
I wasn't kidding when I said they could easily take on 20 men and not break a sweat.
More importantly,
I'm gonna. I don't know. I find it in the
They're generally very friendly and docile creatures.
As long as you show respect.
Yes.
They are smart. There was one that was owned by the Kazuya courts that was capable of painting.
Oh. Maybe this is one of those?
Its paintings were simplistic, but it was still impressive.
One was brought to Tortuga some time ago. I don't know who or how it got there. I can only assume a boat. But it was there for some time before it... Well...
She's looking at stalls that probably needs to pay for stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Probably.
You know, I'm getting distracted.
Maybe.
I don't know where those shrines are. The shrine? Well, no. Those on the floor over there for now, so I guess we can go to check the shrine out.
There are 3 shrines in Hinode. Which one are you looking for? There is the one that way outside of the gates.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah,
there
I
is
think
one
you'll
further in the
be
city,
okay.
and
Just a little bit.
following along the coast there is one, but that is far almost its own town.
I think I'm just gonna ask Nia
Yeah, dump
which one we're using specifically.
She wants to find the one that they're using for the ritual.
Oh, okay.
I think it was mentioned the one outside of here.
This?
Hey, that one you follow across from the docks out of the city, and there is a path towards it.
Okay. New friend.
Okay.
There's some manner of creature. I do not know.
Elephant.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either. Elephant?
Elephant. It's an elephant.
Apparently called Dumbo.
I will protect you. Maybe you need me after all.
It's friendly.
Knew this was going on in the distance.
Why is there an elephant in the middle of the market?
Well, why not?
Ah?
Tuffy wrote it.
He's friendly.
I do not know if we should address it. Well, it's still in the room.
He's Dumbo.
Let her out. Outside.
Oh, yes.
Dumbo
Saw that as well.
Dumbo.
Not exactly.
Hello, creature. Please do not put your tentacle near my mouth, or else I might accidentally bite it.
I can eat more food.
Oh, that's so weird.
Friendly.
Shoulder.
Yes. Okay. Friendly Dumbo.
Elephant nights now.
Maybe I can drink all of the ocean. Drink all of the ocean with water. Have you seen all of it?
Did you just say drink all of the ocean? Seems like it.
You know, keep dreaming.
I can't do that, can it?
I guess.
Yeah.
Drink all of the ocean? No.
Thank
Too
goodness.
salty.
Many friends do Dumbo. Yes, it is friendly.
Touches around the bubble. What can it feel?
Hey, friend.
That's something I didn't expect to see.
Right.
Did you want to see that armor I mentioned earlier? I think you might have an interest
sure.
in it. It might suit you well.
Maybe I save that part.
It appears to be a local design. It looks more lighter weight than standard plate. That is, if you were not interested in any leather.
Does not seem this is the destination for food.
I mean, it looks
No,
weird.
but
No.
that's okay.
I assure you the segmented plates are quite sturdy.
If want to stay.
I use something similar for
almost-
my hip guards.
Grass.
Mm-hmm.
That is everywhere.
It's almost lighter than what it looks, really.
Yes, but I surmise it will provide a great amount of protection.
Hmm.
Is that all you have been eating?
Yeah. I don't know.
Perhaps something to think about, even if you do not go with one of this design. You could always take pieces of it and come up with a concept of your own.
I guess.
For example, segmented armor is far easier to repair because you can always replace simple links rather than entire plates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's...
You could always go with leather. I believe leather, although it would lack the additional durability, you should be able to move fairly well in it. And it probably won't weigh you down much.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest at the moment, I'm still unsure. Like,
It's understandable. A set of armor is often expensive and will hopefully last you a while. But it's good to think about it.
How much do you think something like leather would go for?
It depends on the leather worker. I believe there's one aboard the Kalypsia who offered to try and make me shoes and or a jacket of some sort out of leather. If I see them, I'll try and introduce you.
But...
Me also. For the time being, perhaps consider a shield, or maybe a bulwark. It's like a smaller shield with a bulbous center so that you can bash people in the skull with it should they get too close.
Mm-hmm.
They're very effective.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Yes. They are shockingly effective at blocking blows from, particularly blades. They'll glance right off of it. Come on, you could become the
Maybe they won't
Dragon
mind if I
Warrior.
just try picking it up.
I'm sure they won't mind as long as you don't damage the design. Which is ironic considering it's a shield and designed to be damaged, but I suppose looks are everything in this sort of market.
I definitely think at least starting off with a shield might be a good idea.
Perhaps. I would recommend it. Something small that you can carry easily.
Yeah.
Even a small shield can be highly effective at defending.
What did you say, like a bulwark, did you say?
Yes. They're particularly small. Usually to go on the wrist. Or, upper arm, wrist, elbow. This general area. A lot of short swordsmen use it in combat. It helps with quickly deflecting a blow and knocking an enemy's blade out of the way so you can go in for a quick stab or thrust. But even for someone who, I assume, does not use many bladed weapons, it should help you with quickly deflecting blows and strikes.
That's kind of my thought at the moment. I don't foresee myself using a proper weapon, I suppose, since I've got, well, my wand.
Would at the very least recommend some sort of dagger, maybe attach it to your boot or shoe. Even outside of combat, a small knife can always be useful.
Yeah. Yeah. I can put it away, there we go. What did they find?
Apparently something jumped into the well. I do not know.
Anyway, I might see about asking for a price for maybe like a bulwark, as you said.
Yes. At the very least, if you cannot afford a full set of leather armor, I would recommend perhaps getting additional leather straps and protections for whatever armor you place the shield upon. That way, should you not successfully block a blow with it or parry with it, you'll still not risk losing the limb.
Yeah. I'm going to call God.
Oftentimes, media, such as literature, will depict armor as being far weaker than it is. Even a cheaper set of armor, should it be maintained well, be highly effective at helping defend against even the strongest of blows.
Yeah.
I sure hope God arrives soon, because I am worried there may be an impending confrontation.
Why would that be?
The elephant disappeared, and I noticed it disappeared shortly before I heard people saying something jumped into the well. And I'm very worried that the elephant jumped into the...
Hi.
Hello. I was asking, I wanted to know what kind of pricing I'd be looking at to get like a, sort of like a little buckler bulwark shield.
A buckler?
Yes.
It shouldn't be too expensive. Like just beneath 1 gold, probably. If you want like one that's of like super good quality, maybe like a gold and a half, like gold 5 silver or such. Or I'm sorry, 50 silver.
Don't
cool.
skip out.
I think
This is your life you're spending.
I will do that then. So do you want me to just take it off my shade, or how does that? How do you want me to sort it?
You can add it to your sheet if you want, and that's the only thing that needs to happen.
Cool. Thank you. Cool. That's all.
Howdy.
Oh, hey. Hi again. Can do. Yeah.
Yes.
You kind of seem like you know them before, so did you want to talk, or?
I mean, I only recognize the, armaments.
Sorry. Hi. Have I seen you around the Kalypsia before?
Possibly. Been a bit
Jeff,
busy as of late, but
it's understandable. It's nice to meet you. Cool. I'm kind of new to the Kalypsia. I've been here maybe almost a week now, so...
I've been there a while, but been a bit busy lately, so...
Yeah.
First time really coming out in a while.
That's understandable.
Do you hear anything going on around here? Just trying to get up to speed?
There was an elephant.
You know about what's happening? Yeah, there was an elephant going around the market before. You saw that. I saw you over there.
I'm right up
do you know
close.
about the... Do you know about the ritual tomorrow?
A little.
Okay, let me give you a bit of rundown then. I've had to do this so many times now. Essentially what's happened is that when we went into the Shimmering Nothing and spoke to them, they let us know about essentially Aetherbane. You're familiar with them?
It's been a while since I've been out, but yes, roughly.
Yeah. Okay, so Aetherbane, they're a group of zealots that hate magic and everything magic, and they want to destroy it completely because they think it's going to end the world. They have been spreading the Blackburn Plague, so a plague that affects the mana pools of individuals and drains their mana. They've been spreading it into a place called the Spirit Realm. And if that continues, the people from the Shimmering Nothing told us that it's going to destabilize the realm, and eventually it's going to fall in some way. And if that happens, then imagine like a leg being pulled out from under a table. It might still stand, but it would destabilize the table. So we are going in there to try to grow a special plant, which could hopefully cure Blackburn, and then distribute it both to the cities around the place and within the Spirit Realm to hopefully cure this Blackburn and prevent the destabilization.
Isn't Alu the source? Alu is known
sorry?
for curing Blackburn. Alu.
Yes, I think that's what it was called. We have a special artifact that causes it to grow, but it's not particularly... It's not a perfect cure, so we're going to try... I think that's the... We're going to try using the artifact within the Spirit Realm, because it, something about the mana being more prevalent there may help to assist with its effectiveness.
See, if you need any help for that, let me know. I'm
Yeah,
fairly
actually.
confident in my skills.
There's a couple of groups essentially that we've got at the moment. We've got a group that is going to be staying here to essentially be helping with a ritual to open the portal to the spirit realm. So we need a group of effective mages, and we, as well as a kitsune at the center, which I believe is being organized. And we also need people to provide their mana to help stabilize the ritual. This is part of the first group. Myself, I'm going to be helping, essentially being a battery for the ritual a bit to try to stabilize it so we can get more people through. We also need a small group, maybe about 8 people, to be going in to fight off the Aetherbane because they're in there.
Well, that I can
in
help
the
with.
spirit realm. Yeah, and
Not really magic, so.
And protect the alchemists while they gather this enhanced plant to hopefully produce the cure.
I see.
Out of character, I noticed that you were on the mission, so I'm not sure if you want to bring Coil or.
It's him that's going, so.
Yep, cool. So the person who's been mostly in charge of it has been Mia. So if you manage to find them, you may be able to speak to them.
Mia.
They're the,
that would be
the shorter blue person with the big white hat.
Alright.
I know of them.
Yes, I believe they walked me in here. If it's the same one.
Yeah, I don't think they're around here at the moment. Last I saw them, they were in the center, talking to some of the alchemists of the city, so they may still be there, I'm not sure.
Alright.
And sorry, I should introduce myself to you as well. Jay, or just like Vicaris, but call me Jay.
Anahita. Pleasure.
Nice to meet you. Sorry about the awkwardness last time I kind of saw you. I saw you two kind of notice each other, so I didn't want to kind of interrupt.
What you noticed as recognition is actually common in Altreus. It's a salute.
Oh, I see.
It's a form of recognition, a greeting of sorts. He is clearly of guard status, so it is only common to treat him with such respect.
Should explain why he recognizes my gear too. I'm a guard for Altreus.
I didn't know you two had seen each other, but and Hida, I noticed that Seasaidh had recognized you back in Rivendell, so. You okay?
I'm fine.
Right.
As much as I would enjoy staying here and conversing, I think we are on a time limit in terms of collecting information.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Last I heard, Mia was in the town center, so you might be best to check there first.
Alright, thank you.
Alright. All the best. Fortune be with you. I made that way more awkward than it needed to be.
Yes.
Sorry.
I'm trying to think of something to break the ice and or suggest for us to do otherwise. You know, aside from this. I was going to suggest food, but I realized I am still broke.
Alright, I guess I'll get this fitted.
I would recommend that.
Yeah. I don't mind sharing for food. You'll shout back eventually, but
Yes, as soon as I get a job, I've already figured out who I will be paying back for their kindness, out of gratitude.
that's understandable. Do you want to have a look around, see what there is?
Sure. I do know that there is likely a tavern, near where we passed through at the docks. I assume so because they had alcohol on every table and large kegs. They probably have food.
Let's go have a look, I guess. And thanks for your help with the armor and shield and things.
Of course.
I'm really not good with that kind of thing, so it's nice to have someone a bit more experienced.
Ideally, for those who are not naturally combat inclined, it is always good to stay behind those who are better equipped for such things. You see more of a ranged combatant.
Yeah. The problem is, when I was rescued from the library beneath Vindel, I was trying to stay behind people, but that's not always possible, especially against people like Aetherbane.
Yes. Aetherbane are the type to stab you in the back.
Yeah. With potions so that they could go invisible.
We had similar issues in the caves where I was kidnapped. I offered repeatedly to stay behind and guard the backline, but because I am large and very good at murdering Aetherbane, they sent me to the front. We frequently had to have... Yes, I frequently had to run back to protect those who were being attacked at the back.
Yeah. That's kind of what made me want to look into some personal protection.
Yes. I believe at one point the Jasper individual was left to fend the backlines by himself.
Oh. Him?
Yes.
That sounds like a disaster.
It was. I had to run by and help someone who had recently been stabbed in the throat. As a result.
Oh.
It is okay.
Ouch.
The ones who did it are now dead. I made sure of it.
That's good. Looking at everybody else eating, it looks like there's some...
Yes, they certainly serve food. I do like the addition of seafood.
I haven't had much seafood, in all honesty, because, well, Foster does have a seaside, but I was always away from it within the inner city, so I was never really had much seafood.
Yes, I surmise this is likely fresh, which is the best way to have it.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like my recommendation, do not ask for anything cooked. There's a great manner of seafood and sea life that can be eaten raw. It brings out a lot of flavor.
Raw meat?
Yes. It's perfectly safe, I assure you.
I see.
With the right additional ingredients, it's quite a delicacy.
Hey there, can I just, I guess, what should we order? Like,
I believe...
what's on that table there?
Yes, we could get some unusual...
Sushi?
Sushi is always good, I enjoy sushi. Trying to think. Do you think they have udon here?
I don't know what that is.
Oh. Yes.
That,
it is a...
Tavern Keep just said it was sushi, so I just...
I suppose we should just start with sushi. I feel like anything else might be a bit too much for you at the moment. It is good to build up your palate.
I guess so. I guess just plate for you, plate for me?
Yes, that sounds good.
Anyway.
I hope they have fresh wasabi.
Is that like a spice, or...?
Somewhat. I do not recommend
Is that
you
like
eat it.
a food or a spice, or...?
You mix it in with
Type
what
of
you're
fish?
eating. It is a plant-based food. I do not recommend you eat it.
Good morning.
Hey,
Greetings.
how we doing?
We're doing seasighting.
We are about to order food
Understandable.
if you would like to join us.
Might be delightful. Hungry.
Sure, I haven't had breakfast yet.
Oh, there we go.
We
Would like to
just
join.
ordered some sushi, so...
Do we order any
Vanessa?
drinks? I will not partake if we
Ah.
do, because I doubt anything they have here will do much to me.
I don't
No
know.
offense.
Was it like a gene thing?
Most of what we have below the waves would knock most of you out, I surmise, within a few drinks.
I'm pretty sure that's more of pressure rather than alcohol.
Yes. It is highly
Oh, okay.
concentrated.
Which is like... Yeah, I was gonna say that condenses the alcohol, I guess?
I wouldn't know.
I don't know
don't
how it
think-
works.
I don't think a bottle in the deep ocean would even survive. I think it would just crack under the pressure.
We do not use regular bottles. I will not.
How do you
Explain
make
what we
alcohol if you
use.
can't?
It is a secret, well kept.
Oh my
Not even I
goodness,
know.
I just realized something. Pressurized drinks. If you bring that up onto the surface, it would literally cut someone's head off when you open it.
Yes.
Oh,
That is why it is incredibly annoying that all of your beverages are like this. I want to drink something and feel it. And I don't know how to describe my disappointment in your... Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, you were really disappointed. You were about to
I
kill
am
someone
incredibly
before
disappointed.
We get you disappointed, but sorry.
You wouldn't understand unless you've had some. It's the stuff of gods.
I think we'll have
No,
to
but
take your word for it.
Yes.
yeah, I'm
let's
just gonna
see
get
what that-
some water. Yeah.
I'm going to continue fantasizing about the greatest beverages that is known to sea life.
I'm glad that's what came out of your mouth.
What else would I have said?
Lots of things. It had endless possibilities to a point where I was afraid of some of them.
Why does your
Regardless,
language have so many possibilities?
That is the thing. Common is difficult.
Yes, I have had great difficulties with it.
Regardless, this could well in fact be. Never mind. I'll keep that to myself.
Are there supposed to be chairs here, or he's just supposed to, like, sit here?
Whatever your heart desires.
My heart desires a chair.
Me too. I have stood non-stop all day, and this is the first time I'm sitting in like over 7 hours.
Yes, in a sort of metaphysical way, I agree.
Yes.
That's understandable. I think sometimes you metaphysically need a chair.
I'm glad I muted because there's an audible creak in my knee as I sat down.
Oh!
Maybe you should have that look at.
I think I'll live.
Yeah.
I think he agrees.
I'm glad. I'm glad someone
Sorry,
understands.
someone metaphysically is shouting my name in my ears.
Yeah. And someone metaphysically is making a ringing on my phone.
What is a phone?
It's a metaphysical object. Nothing to worry about.
I think you just make the words up now.
Yes. Oh wow, look at this sushi. Looks interesting.
Would anyone like some wasabi?
What?
Wasabi. It
Did say
vastly
some kind of
improves the
plant thing
flavor.
they can mix into the food?
I do not have the common words to describe it. Your language is not the greatest for learning.
Really? What is your language then? Could you speak some of it for us?
It is difficult to do that without a great body of water nearby that I could surround myself in.
You can't just simply pour water into your mouth and so to speak then.
It wouldn't be the same. Imagine trying to speak your language with sand in your mouth.
It's doable, but intangible.
Difficult, yes.
Okay, fair enough.
I guess I'll try some wasabi.
Here. Use a small amount. It's a single crumb.
Single crumb.
Just a little bit. I do not know their spice tolerance, and I do not want them throwing up.
What in the world are you feeding them? Do you have to worry about them throwing up?
Some people who do not understand its power will eat the entire thing in one go.
Why is it hot? Oh.
You see, it's different than regular peppers, because God hates us.
We'll get something mild instead.
Water.
Have you eaten?
The water will not help.
Not yet.
I recommend
Why? Me now.
it adds some enjoyable spice.
Well, I'm just taking.
I'm trying to wash it out of my mouth.
You see, milk will merely spread it. Or water will spread it, milk will neutralize it. It's much better.
It's good. I like that.
Are
you okay?
I don't like it. I don't like it.
You barely had anything on.
I've found it's best if you mix it in with the sauce.
What was it? What did you just eat? Wasabi?
Wasabi.
Oh my goodness.
It's like
barely a crumb.
It was like Seaidh's cactus food. Not as nice.
It's quite amazing that you as Sogon had such a reaction. You were unable to keep it in. It's cute.
If you would like a palate cleanser, I suggest some of the ginger. Just don't eat too much. It's fine if you eat it in small amounts.
That won't fair. It's a rather intense flavor, so it can be overbearing.
Yeah.
Can be better.
I don't mind the
Can I
sushi
have
itself,
some?
though.
I'll try something. With the wasabi.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to try some sushi with this wasabi, or?
Oh, I have one here. I just need the wasabi.
Here, I will move it to the center of the
Thank you.
table.
It was just
Help
a tiny
yourself.
bit, right?
Yes, only a small amount.
Up.
That's a bit much.
Takes it.
That was barely anything. What do you mean? Oh.
I've got to commit.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm tasting it. Oh, I'm tasting it. Oh, it's hot. It's very
I
hot.
told you! Did you not see my reaction?
But you were just bad with spices. Oh, that's very hot. I need some water. Oh.
Thought you were bad with spices. Someone who came from the
not the water.
from
It
the
makes it
Frostlands.
worse.
Oh, it does. It did make it worse. Oh no.
I just learned that lesson. Why didn't you hear anything?
I don't know. I thought it was amusing. I was too busy having fun.
I once saw a recruit eat an entire, fistful of it as a dare.
Oh boy. Okay, get that.
What did you just have? You had a bunch of... Some...
I don't know what the ginger is.
You need... I have one of the little fortune cookies. It'll soak up most.
Might as well see what the fortune is as well.
I'm going to grab some.
I barely put anything on. That was so hard.
Fortune cookies?
Yes, they are a bit of a staple here. It is a bit of a fun little...
Is there any soy sauce over there?
Yes, there is. Would you like some?
Yes.
I
like to mix my wasabi into it.
It's this sort of baked cookie in the shape of a... How should I put it? A bit of a bow tie.
Well, I can see what it is, but what's it supposed to be?
Oh,
Do
you
not
open
eat
it
it
and there's a slip of piece of paper in it. Oh, you ate it all.
I made
Luckily,
the
they
same
make the
mistake
paper
my first
edible.
time.
Okay.
I cannot read this.
So why do they put paper in it?
It is your fortune.
Yeah, this is a fun game of it. My father used to get a lot of these exported when I was younger.
Really now?
Yes, he really enjoyed them. But he unfortunately also made the same mistake.
Would you like to try some of my soy sauce? I've mixed some wasabi into it to give it a kick.
What's it say?
I can't tell.
I am not
Suit
trusting you
yourself.
anymore.
What do you mean? I warned you about the wasabi. I warned you respectfully.
Here. Or are you checking?
A lot can happen in a year. Something lucky numbers 3, 7, and 12. What is supposed to? Maybe that's a fortune that I get to live another year.
My thoughts exactly.
Mine just looks like gibberish. Did a monkey write this?
Well, you did try and eat it.
No, I just got another one.
Oh, you took it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I grabbed another one and opened it, and it's like random letters. Like it's complete gibberish. Like a monkey wrote it. Anyway. I use the biscuits. Well, the cookie thing? Pastry? It's alright.
Are there any more?
No. Cookies?
Yes.
There's usually at least a good surplus amount within the middle of the table.
Oh, all the bottles were
Behind the
away.
bottle somewhere.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's hidden among there. Sorry, we are being ancient.
Lead by example, not by words alone.
Care to join us?
I would not wish to dishonor this place, but Regato, thank you for the offer.
Dishonor. We're just inviting you food.
To eat at this establishment would be a dishonor to the people who run it. I am not welcome in Hinode. Those without honor are unwelcome.
So, what happened?
I dishonored the Kazuya family. And as such, I was dishonored and banished from Hinode. I only returned to see Hinode saved.
For the context, the Kazuya are the head family of Hinode.
Oh, I
Hi.
see.
They are the ruling clan. It would be akin to royalty.
That's unfortunate.
It is why I took the name Johatsu and left Hinode. But I just wanted to inform you that there was a creature attack outside of the gates. If
What?
you are playing...
A creature attack?
Hey, Blackburn
everyone
infected
okay?
creatures were outside of the gate. There may be a few that were infected.
Are they still there?
Oh, shit.
They are currently at the Alchemists. There was a griffin that also flew over the wall. But I and others were able to kill it before it landed.
That's good. Though this is the first time I've heard of something Blackburn attacking people, but I don't know it caused aggression.
From my understanding, they were talking about it just before in the center of town. It seems like if mana is drained too significantly, it can cause aggression, which is what's happening in the spirit realm. The spirits are being affected by Blackburn. They're becoming aggressive.
I see.
I just wish to inform you about what happened so you are not out of the understanding of what is going on.
I'm gonna make sure nobody needs some help.
Sam. I didn't want to waste it.
That is fine. I wouldn't.
I must go.
You look at things.
Making certain of that fine.
We're stable. Life.
And then you think about things.
Hi guys. We're not done yet.
Hello.
Not
I believe we missed something.
We're making sure we're gonna
There
get
was
checked over
a
that.
minor scuffle near the gates. A few people
I
were
heard.
potentially injured or...
Infected.
Afflicted with
Yes.
Blackburn, potentially.
This is... The practical reality is that if one is afflicted, then there is either something we can do after tomorrow, or there is nothing we can do. Worrying over much about it is...
They do not know if it was infested by Blackburn.
Well,
but I
of
suspect
limited
it's
value.
aggressive enough to throw itself at the gate.
Should we quarantine anybody who's been injured?
I would avoid contact.
That's up to the city to decide, I suppose.
I would avoid any animals.
My inclination
I found
from
a dead rat earlier, also infested.
conversations yesterday is that those who are
Seems to be
so affected are not welcome to operate freely. I don't know what that means in practice.
Perhaps Sprout's instincts are right on point.
But as I said, after tomorrow, either it will be one way or it will be the other.
Shit.
You know, I have one shot left. Well, on me. The rest is back at the Kalypsia.
Oh.
Surely there are places to replenish.
I think I actually saw some shops. I might be able to.
You could probably find some.
Yeah.
There it is.
I wasn't expecting to burn through a
We
week.
need to go check on Snow.
Okay, I've seen a week, so it was what, 5 shots? 4 to 5.
What can I do for you, I suppose?
Check up.
To give you the long and short of it, we were attacked by creatures potentially infested with Blackburn.
Well, then, is everybody that currently partake in whatever happened here?
She should suggest it then.
Okay. I will when
Think so.
she is not
I
so
believe
busy.
so.
Because probably check everything.
Do you have a testing kit? Help you with the Miyamoto is also here.
Do you still
He's
have
over
flowers
there.
in your belt?
Okay. My goggles basically allow me to check. So,
Haven't made any effort
okay,
to remove
so,
them.
what I'm gonna do, since I'm apparently taking everybody, is I will stand at the top of the stairs, and then I need you all to basically approach me one at a time. If you want to form a nice orderly line, by all means you can. Collect everybody you can.
No. A little. But Sprout also knows that it's not your thing. And that's okay.
It seems your other charge has roused from their slumber.
Okay. Alright, if you were in the scuffle, go get checked out.
I love him.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
I'm gonna hug him.
I just come pretty close to the spare closet a couple times. I think some of my graduating stuff.
Arigato.
I kept it wrapped myself after not touching.
You do not have to worry.
But it's better safe than not. Lord Taken, I did not wish to address this issue ourselves nearby. I may be relocating myself outside of the city for the time being. Somehow I have, somehow I've become afflicted by blackbird. I don't wish it to spread to you, right, thank you. It began developing quickly over the course of last month. It only popped out. I do not know if I got it from one of the other casinos. There was a good distance.
Hey.
Or maybe.
You doing alright?
Yeah, I didn't get close to anything, so.
The woman that was with me.
That's good. Yeah, those things are
That is somewhere
a little scary.
something that is uncommon.
Closest thing I got to is a elephant about seeing flaming off.
Oh yeah, no, Dumbo's alright. Just the parents were worried about. We haven't really seen the mother.
There is something abnormal about it.
said Voss?
Yeah?
Were you present when, I suppose, everything happened?
Yeah, quite a bit, yeah.
Could you relay?
Basically, we went to the shrine, and there we were attacked by Blackburn.
The one outside
bears.
the wall site. I heard this
Yes.
too.
Really cool weapon. The one outside.
Okay.
Thanks.
Go on.
It's kind of standard gear.
So we are attacked by bears with Blackburn.
Really?
Over
Work for as a guard in Altreus. This is what they gave me.
Some look like big cat, and then there was
Very good, thank you.
a griffin, and there was also like.
I would consider it far beyond standard, personally.
And all I did was watch a gate, so
The stairs subsequently.
Can't
You
be
must have done a particularly exemplary job of doing so.
The staircase into a tree and then a 5-foot drop. There is a griffin.
Sure.
Quite a lot of them, so.
Although I'm pretty sure I lost.
Yeah.
I see.
Well, either way,
Good weapons.
it's pretty cool.
Would you advise for one to go alone?
Hey, no.
Very.
My
I see
sword.
side.
Good morning. I see you fought those creatures outside the gates.
Location of the second shrine. I have been.
Yeah, we ran into them at the shrine.
The one inside the wall, I don't know.
I almost regret not going.
I'm starting to think no one knows, but there's definitely within the bears, perhaps arbitrarily. Maybe.
Yeah, we kind of faced, what was it? Tigers? Bears?
I don't think
Bears, there's a griffin, there's a horse with a horn on its head that I think
I'm
that
going
one
to stop you there. I am becoming even more disappointed that I did not go as you describe more and more animals.
You look at that risk of getting Blackburn, I don't know if that's worth getting disappointed over.
There's no shrine for me to.
I could handle it.
Yeah,
I believe you.
I think we can handle that.
No, needs a good shot.
I think someone will be able to.
well, saw a unicorn.
Only one back at home.
I heard.
Actually, two of them.
Meant for
Two different things.
Now I'm really jealous.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
slightly
just
less
that
jealous now that I know that
Blackburn,
one is dead.
Crow directly in the face.
Yeah, they were blackburned, unfortunately.
That is sad.
I was like, going to have to get to something.
Yeah, so were the tigers, the bears, the griffin.
Those that don't like to fight.
This is casual. For the least armor I could probably have compared to other shinobi.
Hopefully we
I've
can
heard many
solve
things
that.
about tigers.
I could have
Hmm.
Bullshit.
I like it.
I just found out, because I don't have a Marlin pool, Blackburn doesn't affect me.
Probably by
Oh.
outfits from different
Well, good for you.
the different regions.
I,
I've been meaning to do that.
that's pretty cool, actually. I didn't even know that until now.
I mean, this is pretty
That's something to certainly capitalize on.
Thank you.
Powder doesn't work against me. Blackburn doesn't work against me.
Thank you.
Must be nice.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I found her. She's.
Sorry.
Fine.
No, it is
Messing with
perfectly
you?
fine to be excited about such a thing.
Yeah.
I need to check everybody.
I'm sure
there
most would be
was
more
the-
disappointed.
I keep forgetting the name of the Aetherbane powder, but I just get really sneezy. Last time it just went up my nose.
Fair enough.
Yes, it certainly tickles my throat when I happen to have it open when they've thrown it into my mouth. It was not pleasant.
Ugh.
The suffocation I can handle, but powder in the throat is not nice.
Yeah. It's not sound good.
Yeah, no. Well, pretty scary. But is it weird that I kind of got a thrill out of it?
No, that is completely
That's all
normal.
fighting really is.
I think it's more
big
also
thrill.
the fact that like you're at least alive. You don't have it you don't have the black burn or anything. It's something good to look back on.
You can also now brag that you fought a bear and a tiger and many other cool animals in one.
What's happening?
Yeah. I really need to get new gear though.
I do hope you take my suggestions to heart.
Yeah. I've been looking at the market every now and then, still trying to figure out which one to go for. The short sword actually. It was my mom's short sword actually. She used to be a combat medic. She gave it to me when I said I wanted to go out and explore. The armor too.
Kind to have.
That's nice.
Oh well, I'm not supposed to say I got
Good
it.
starting point.
I won it from defeating a monster. That's what I'm supposed to say. To make people scared.
Sure.
Not like we're gonna do anything with that, anyways.
But yeah, true. That's what Mr. Otar told me. Because it doesn't really, make me look cool when I say I got it from my mom.
There's nothing wrong with receiving armor as an heirloom. Many families will often give down sets of armor to their children because they are expensive to acquire at times. A well-maintained set of armor, especially generational, can provide excellent protection. There's nothing to be ashamed about.
Exactly.
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, say, Coil,
Yeah?
are you going on the mission tomorrow?
I offered my services. If they still have room for me in the morning, then yes.
I think you'd be awesome if we were on our team. If you were on our team.
I don't think any of you have even seen me fight.
Exactly. I mean,
yes,
the sword and shield? Is that a shield?
Yeah. A bit different, but basically.
Yeah, is it shield of blade edge? Oh. Wow.
Come on. There we go.
Whoa. Wait, so you can like punch things with it as well?
I think that's what they designed it for. But what confuses me is, wouldn't you want to punch with the blade?
How does this guy get the cool armor set to become a royal guard, and I'm walking around with a rusted fucking blade from the depths of the ocean?
Drone, I guess.
Man,
I'm not the one who designed it, so
badass
I'm not sure, but...
Me neither.
It is designed for underwater combats.
Or that.
Yes. Oh. That's gone. Just gonna stand here for a bit.
The bones are breaking as we speak.
There we go.
The weight of this faker's weapon is far too much for him to handle. You should give it to me instead. That would make a lot more sense.
Well. It's one way to spend a day.
Yeah. I doubt it will be the last of it if we have to go up there tomorrow.
I was just thinking about that. If you guys are doing having to go there for the ritual thing, we're going to have to deal with those again.
Mm-hmm.
Any of you going on this spirit realm thing?
If possible.
I am.
Ain is infected.
I see.
They need to stop putting frogs in my lunch.
We need to find a cure by any means necessary.
We will. I'll make sure of it. I'll do whatever it takes to bring back whatever we need.
I appreciate that.
Wait, I'm trying to remember in particular. Wait, do you need something specifically for opening up with the ritual? I think I'm trying to remember.
The only
I think we
specific
said
I
the
heard
other day
was
was-
Kitsune, so...
Yeah, and a whole bunch of people with just, strong mana pools, I think it was.
Kitsune right here.
Oh.
I can help
You're
with that at
probably
least.
good for that.
I believe they've already selected someone to be the battery for the portal.
Oh. Right, yeah.
Are any more needed for the battery?
Not to my knowledge, however, doing so would put your life at immense risk.
Thank you again, miss.
No worries.
Thank you.
I heard there was somebody else I should check.
No, she has the
If someone's already been picked, then alright, but if there's any other kitsune needed or anything for the battery one, I'm here.
To my knowledge, the ritual would end with you being completely defenseless, while waves of presumably Aetherbane would come and try and murder you brutally. If you were so inclined.
Yikes.
That is the main reason I'm insisting on staying on our side of the portal to help defend.
I mean, I could do that as well, I guess. I don't know. Helping with, charging the ritual or anything, or defending, I don't know. I wouldn't really thought about someone.
That was a really cool attack you did against the Blackburn. What was that? Did you, shoot fire from your mouth?
Bit of fire, but mostly smoke. I have a fire affinity with magic, but I mostly just use it for smoke.
Oh. That's cool.
Yeah. Because, fire is cool and all. Because, at least when it comes to fire, I'm able to, at least just do this for my pipe. But it got me thinking as well, smoke comes from fire, smoke can be used for other things, so, why not just use that?
Neat.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll have a deal.
Well, I think this day calls for eat a lot of food and probably head down to the hot spring once or twice.
There's a hot spring around here?
Yes.
Yes, there
It's
is.
very pleasant.
And the inn is connected to it.
Yep, all the way over there.
You're interested in eating food. Right over there is the, I assume their version of a tavern. It has lots of alcohol and plenty of food. I tried some sushi with some
They don't
friends.
have chairs, though.
I sat upon the ground.
Is that?
That's usually
is that
how
they do things?
we do it here. Usually.
Oh.
Sometimes there's chairs, but people are usually just used to like kneeling on the ground just because it's tradition or whatever.
It was pleasant until I found out that I missed out on the combat. I mean, before I found out there was combat.
It was nice before you found out.
Sure.
But yeah, no, there's a hot spring over there, so you can tell that later.
It was quite pleasant. There's an excellent view.
I would like.
I'm gonna go stuff my face. You wanna join?
Sure.
What about you guys?
I am willing to go again. Mostly to make sure you don't make the same mistake that Jay did.
What did Jay do?
What did they do?
She wanted to try the wasabi. I tried to keep her from eating too much, but it was still too much.
Oh, yeah, that's not a good idea.
I enjoyed it quite much. Especially when you mix it with soy sauce.
That's good that you enjoyed it.
Wasabi?
Don't ask.
I believe spicy.
Yeah, very spicy.
Yes.
When used in moderation, it adds quite a nice amount of flavor.
But you
Not a
don't
lot,
eat it
though.
by itself?
No.
No.
I once saw recruits eat an entire fistful of wasabi as a dare.
What happened to them?
He recovered. Eventually.
That's good. Yeah, eventually.
I didn't think he could vomit that much.
I've never had much spicy foods.
You're fine to try like a little bit of it, just don't have like a lot of it or anything is all.
If you want my personal recommendation, mix it in with some soy sauce.
We're gonna go grab some food from over here if you want to join us. Okie doke. Come here. Bye, man.
Bye.
Whoa.
Huh.
There's desks and there's like some tables and stuff like up along the stairs as well. If you guys want to eat up there, pretty sure there is.
There's a balcony up there.
Yeah, that too. There is. Yes.
Oh yeah, drinks.
Yes, I will refrain from ordering because I have no money and I've already eaten also. Unless anyone orders anything extra, which I will gladly eat.
I'll order you some extra.
Thank you.
Good.
I have a lot of people I have to pay back monetarily, but I have to get a job first.
But don't worry, you don't gotta pay me back.
It is appreciated.
Rabble,
I mean, if you're
pay.
Oh, if you're interested in it, I believe at least last I heard, Kalypsia is hiring more guards or something.
Yes, I'm looking
the Sentinels.
into doing that and joining them. However, I believe the Kalypsia is still under repair, and I do not know if they'll have time to review my application.
Yeah, that too.
Maybe when it's done getting repaired?
That is my intention.
It has been getting repaired for a while, so
I'm sure it will be finished being repaired soon.
Closer.
In fact, I bet if I submitted an application soon, they would accept it. Surely.
Anyway,
Greetings, magical food vendor. Give me your strongest food.
I would like 1 foods, please.
Here in my mouth.
2. That's fine. Two.
Excellent service they have.
Yeah, you know.
It's amazing.
Really nice. Wow.
Do you think they sell it by the barrel?
Oh, God.
I could swim in that and I would die happy.
That is a good question.
Food, drink, I'm going upstairs.
Yeah, we're going upstairs.
Not wrong.
Also, funnily enough, yeah, the fucking stairs. Funnily enough, along this building, I have no idea why, but there was a lot of stuff put out of it that you can just jump along the side of the building. I don't know why it was made like that.
Maybe in the events of an emergency, you can jump out.
I wouldn't really call it an emergency if it's like an obstacle course, because yeah, Ethan, that's kind of the best way of describing it, if I'm being honest.
Maybe the emergency is evasion, and you are trying to find a good vantage point.
What about an emergency fun activity in case someone gets really, really bored?
It was like this far up. Is there?
That makes sense to me. Is that a bell?
That's a what?
Is that a bell? It kind of looks like a bell.
I believe it is.
Rope? Yeah. It's a big rope. That's for sure.
I'm getting vertigo from looking down.
Yeah, I tried to wave, but I forgot I had a blade in my hand.
Yeah, maybe don't do that.
I've never seen this kind of food before. Maybe sit at this table with the actual food on it for emergency.
Oh yes, that sounds quite ideal. Hello, sir. If you would like a proper seat, I can sit at the edge of the table.
Thanks.
Don't mind me, Coil.
Oh, my knees. Oh, sorry. I walked for like 7 hours straight today.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I heard my knee crack
Small
again.
out of character note for everyone. Said he's wearing a bandage on his face.
Got it.
How are you feeling?
I'm good. Just a swatch.
So what is this stuff actually?
Fish. And
yeah, it's fish.
Rice.
Yeah, it's rice, and then that's different kinds of fish.
And seaweed.
Yeah.
That too.
Wait,
it is very good for you. Yes. It is quite delicious.
Yeah. I mean, it's cream.
It's good for your stomach lining.
Funnily enough.
If you frequently get heartburn, it is very good for your stomach. If none of you are going to eat your wasabi, hand it over here. I really like it.
You what?
Wasabi. Slice it over.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Here's your extra. That's totally there.
Oh, thank you. Much obliged.
What do you do? Is that the... Did you eat the wasabi?
Is that what that is?
Oh, no. Okay. Drink.
Do not drink water, it will make it worse.
Even this right here is what happens when you have too much wasabi.
It smells nice. Oh
no!
Could someone pass the soy sauce? Thank you. Thank you.
2 bottles for you, I guess.
Yeah,
mix my wasabi in it.
And if anything, you might want to get So at least you have a first hand of experience. Don't eat that stuff like immediately. Have it in like tiny bits of moderation.
When you mix it in with the soy sauce, it helps dissipate some of the spice. And also cuts it better on your sushi.
Yep, that it does that. Does that if you have too much?
Am I burning? Some fire magic stuff. Is that magical?
You're fine. No, that is not how fire magic works.
No,
Yeah, that's fine.
I put
It's not
myself on
magical,
fire.
but it is delicious.
I prefer fighting bears.
It's very good at clearing out your sinuses.
Yeah.
Would you like a napkin?
They're gonna need a lot.
If you'd like a palate cleanser, try your ginger.
Thank you.
There's
Okay. You were right, that was a bad idea.
At least you know now. Or at least probably.
It was enjoyable to watch, though.
Ugh.
A little.
I think I got my nose. Ugh. Ugh.
So Ethan, good, very important question. The amount of monsters we had to fight, or the wasabi, which was worse?
With the wasabi versus the blackbird monsters. The wasabi. It was so much worse.
I figured.
Ugh.
If you're not going to have the rest of it, I will finish it for you.
Go ahead, go ahead.
You know what?
I mean, it makes sense that he's able to handle it, if anything.
I'll remember next time.
He's got the
Take it in small pieces.
It's also a very fun trick to impress those within your squad.
True.
Still not the most impressive I've seen.
I did want to point it out, at least until now. You have a bandit? You have like a thing on your head?
Yeah, I got hit by a fucking crow and it leaves a scratch.
Oh. Yikes. You feeling okay at least?
Yeah, I'm good. I've been checked out, so everything's fine.
That's good.
Wasabi tastes good with fish, at least.
It's
Have you tried it with the soy sauce?
How bad is it on its own?
Soy sauce? It's just very salty.
Yeah.
Mix a small portion of wasabi in, and it's quite good as a topping.
Yeah. Soy sauce on its own is completely fine compared to having wasabi on its own. So, you're free to do that. Yeah, go for it.
It's not so bad.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It soaks into the rice well.
Definitely, yeah. A lot of things soaks into rice well, though, like, if I'm being honest.
Yes, I very much enjoy rice.
Hang on.
Yeah. Yeah, keep going.
Well, that is good.
Yeah.
Never had fish like this before. What kind of fish is it?
Why do I feel like everyone looked at me when that was asked?
Have it. Why did I say have it?
I looked in front of me, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know, you're at least the one that
You were
would know.
kind of just in that direction. I was mostly looking at Colonial.
Oh.
I think salmon is one commonly used. Not sure what else.
Yeah, it's like salmon is at least one of them. There's like other kinds, but
snapper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you do a racism by accident?
Wait, did I?
Can't believe it.
Did I? Wait, when did I do that? I'm sorry.
It's okay, I'm not easily offended.
Wait.
Yeah, that's fine then. No, you didn't
When did
mean
I
it.
do it?
You didn't.
You're
Ask
fine.
what kind of fish to a sea folk. Male
Yeah.
folk.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. To be fair, I knew most of them.
What?
Wait.
I knew what types they were, not who the person was. I doubt these are actual people fish.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I tell you.
Okay, that one I think
maybe
was
they're
racist.
doing that now. Now they're doing God. God. Ugh.
Anyway, I knew it back. I'm not laughing. I don't know how to laugh.
Damn.
True, same. I've never laughed once.
We can fix that.
Someone tell a joke.
Elijah. I don't know.
I don't even... Without words.
Yeah, wait, what did you say? wait.
I mean, he got some of us to laugh.
I guess.
All I heard was like, yeah, wait a minute.
I said Elijah.
Elijah.
Oh, Elijah.
Well, isn't that funny?
It was very funny.
That is someone. Okay. You find that funny? I have no idea who that is.
I don't either.
Yeah. Elijah's he's a noble on the Kalypsia. He kind of calls himself a hero a lot, and
He did not want to shake my hand.
He what?
Oh.
He refused to shake my hand.
God.
Why?
Yeah, he's a bit he's a bit of a jerk.
I mean, you put like hero and noble or whatever, like in one, like as one person, and then you have that, I guess.
Yeah, he calls himself a hero a lot of the time, and a lot of people he calls them villains. Usually, most of the time when they don't agree with his view.
Yeah.
I've said this before, but the title of hero is earned, not given to oneself.
First.
Yeah.
Okay, me and Elijah are both from Solastar, and at some point, in one of the village we stopped by, there was a lot of wheat field. And we're just contemplating, and this fucker out of nowhere just said, yeah, they grow too much food, they don't have enough control over the population. I'm like, what?
What?
Okay.
Nobles, like, yeah, I have no idea what to say to that.
Oh, so that's what this is for.
What are you looking at?
Small drinking cup, this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I used it to
so you're
put
not-
my soy
oh.
sauce into it, and then my wasabi, and then I stirred it together. You probably shouldn't pour it over top of your fish.
You can use it for that as well, yeah.
I always find it runs off.
Use it however you want.
I accidentally drank it straight out of the bottle.
That's fair. I do the same, but I don't want people to look at me funny because it is difficult to drink things that aren't in the bucket.
Oh, right, yeah, because your, like, mouth? Is it the mouth?
Yes.
Gotcha, yeah. That's fair.
Oh, do you guys remember when we were trying to figure out a joke? I have thought of a joke.
Well?
Why did the clownfish cross the stream?
I don't know.
To get to the other side. I have another joke.
Okay.
Why did the shark cross the stream?
Oh.
To get to the clownfish.
I knew it. I knew it.
It's funny because the shark wants to eat the clownfish.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Thank you, Seasaidh.
Thank you, Seasaidh.
I'm so glad I've learned this comedy thing.
You did a good job. Like, you're learning it and you're already smashing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, Seasaidh. That was funny.
Oh, I think it's starting to get dark out.
Oh, wait, already?
Time flies by when you're having fun and also fighting large monsters.
Both very true things.
I mean, I was kind of expecting something big out there, but I wasn't expecting a whole lot of big things out there. Like,
yeah,
we were expecting
a whole lot of
Mama
bears.
Elephant.
Yeah, like we were like the elephant. We didn't see an elephant We saw a lot more things, though.
What was that?
Gods, we saw
two
a lot more things.
unicorns, a whole group of
Two.
bears. Yeah,
I
one
wish
of
I
them
could
got
have met a
killed by
unicorn.
Chloe, I think. And
Yeah,
then
sure,
another
sure,
one came out of the
Hey.
woods.
With how long we've been up here, you don't know if someone else has went out yet.
Should we all go out? I bet we could fight something.
Oh.
You don't want to go out now.
Yeah,
no.
We got pretty lucky that no one got hit with Blackburn and such, but let's not take more risk. We need people for the ritual.
Okay, wait. Seasaidh, are you going on the mission into the spirit realm tomorrow?
No.
Are you helping defend? You're helping defend, right?
Yes.
Prepare for the fight that you got tomorrow, since you're gonna have to be doing a lot of it with defending. Yeah?
It is exciting. I do enjoy killing Etherbane.
Even better, so basically just, like, at least just get yourself ready and look forward to tomorrow then.
That is fair.
Yeah. Alright.
If you do not eat your seaweed, I will eat it for you. It's good for you.
I'm gonna check out
It's not bad with wasabi.
I thought it got dark out. It is not. What the fuck?
I think that is just the fog, because I noticed that it was still very bright through this way.
Yeah.
Light is being stolen. What? Anyway, hot springs.
That sounds excellent.
You up for the hot springs?
Sure.
Sure.
Awesome.
Ethan, I hope you remember what I said yesterday about... Actually, I don't know if I said it to you. I was going to say that hot springs are great at helping revitalize your muscles after a fight.
I do
It
remember
helps
that.
with the relaxation.
Because pretty much helps, it's good for just, like, healing in general, pretty much, because it just helps you break, helps you get relaxed, and just helps with the muscles.
Yes.
It feels even better when you're down by the waterfall because it like massages your back and stuff. It feels awesome.
Yeah.
It also helps with your morale, because it's like a reward for doing such a good job at surviving.
Yeah. Which, if anything, is what happened, so...
Is it bad that I'm kind of hoping they'll take a tiger tomorrow to attack us, so I can kill a tiger?
What, Etherbane takes a tiger?
There was
Yes.
like what was it? A white tiger, I think someone said.
Yeah.
And it was like a brown one, but it didn't have like patterns like the other.
Honestly, it's likely there'll be a tiger. I'm sure you'll be able to fight one.
That is exciting.
I've never even seen a tiger. They look scary and cool at the same time.
Definitely. Yeah, that's definitely ways of describing them.
You just gotta like look past the Blackburn.
That too.
As fun as it is to kill Etherbane, they're far too easy. As enjoyable as it is to kill Etherbane, I find them far too easy. A foe.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I mean, like, what's it? From what I have heard, since they started attacking on Alden on Hino Day, they're literally just people who don't have or use magic, right? Like, that's it.
Yes.
They're absolutely
They're a bunch of
useless,
zealots.
especially for the likes of you.
Yes, may have magic, but I do not use it in combat often. So most of what they do does
Coil?
nothing but prevent me from breathing for a few moments.
The end's that way. Just through those doors.
I see.
And here's changing rooms. These
Don't
guys
forget
signed
to
in
sign
first.
in.
Sign.
I might have another quick walk around actually, so you guys. Oh, that's my cable. You guys can enjoy.
Okay.
Alright.
See you later, Cinder.
See you later, Ethan.
Changing room. Should probably get out of this armor.
Paradise.
I would recommend it. But water is better when you can feel on every inch of your body.
Yes.
Hey, underwear. Lucky.
Song.
Well, shall we?
We shall. Nope.
Second.
Here, I will make room.
Yep. This is what I needed. How have you been, Coil?
Busy.
Had to learn how to brew tea.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brewing tea?
Yeah, the person I'm staying with wanted tea, so...
You getting any good at it?
I think I'm decent.
Haven't had much tea. What about you guys?
It's quite good, depending on what you are drinking.
Depend on the tea. It depends on the type of tea.
Hello.
I have some information I need to share. So, alrighty. So, just for you all to know, I'm just passing this to everybody. If there's an individual that you know of that is currently suffering from Blackburn, as long as they have taken the medicine that we provided, they will not be infectious for the period of the medicine. So, as obviously I checked you all when you dealt with the monsters, and as I've mentioned, Blackburn is infectious via touch and wounds. So that is entirely the case. It doesn't matter if it's a creature or a person. You can contract it if you come in contact or are wounded by somebody or something. Unless they take the medicine that we've provided, which temporarily prevents that from happening.
And how long does it prevent?
Let me check my notes, so I can give you an exact time.
You guys see the wolf too, right?
Yes, I just did not want to comment.
I assume it's with her.
I assume so too, as she's not reacting to it, so...
It's pretty cute.
I prefer sea slugs personally. They're adorable.
So, depending on conditions, the individual, so on and so forth, roughly 24 hours.
Okay.
Obviously, it differs from person to person, so... And of course, how far ahead you are.
No.
Okay, so I just wanted to let you know. So if you encounter anybody, just be sure they've taken their medicine.
Thank you.
Thank you, miss.
Thank you. Don't fall into the water. I don't need a soggy pool.
Well, alright then.
That is a loud wolf.
They tend to be.
Yet another reason I prefer sea slugs. They are quite quiet.
What do you think about axolotls?
Can
They're okay.
things make a lot of noise underwater?
Plenty of things make noise in the water. Were you to listen, you'd hear a constant symphony of all the wonderful creatures that live down there. In fact, By sound is how many things in the deeper portions get around. Of course, there are other things, such as the ripple of the water, some glowy affixtures to their body, things like that. You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask. How come I've not seen any land dwellers with something on their body to help glow during the night so they can see?
And I don't know. We just don't have them.
Usually people carry lanterns or torches.
Right,
And
yeah.
if not,
Or something like that.
There's people that can see perfectly well in the dark.
Are you all enjoying the hot spring?
Yeah. I'm just worried.
It is only natural to worry.
Apparently Aina got afflicted by the Blackburn. I know we'll get the stuff we need for the you know, the cure to help stop it. It's just just can't help but worry.
It's important to tell yourself that all will be well, even if you are worried. Dwelling on the bad thoughts may only bring them to fruition.
Right.
Said Rose. That warmth has spread, ever so slightly.
Alright. I think I should probably return. You all enjoy your time in here.
I do not hope we have a repeat of yesterday when we tried to walk out and then had an entire wave of people demand that we come back in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so might want to get out of here before that happens.
Yeah. See you a lot later.
Good luck.
See you, Coil. It's good seeing you again.
And you.
You alright, Sid?
Yeah. I just have something to do.
I have no clue what he said.
Maybe the wasabi.
Perhaps. He did eat the whole thing.
I did. I did too.
I do not recommend it for a first timer.
I'll be sure to tell someone else so they don't end up like us.
I have told many people, and I've already seen 4 people who I've explicitly warned against doing so do that exact thing.
Curiosity?
GA was one of them, and I cannot remember her name off the top of my head, but she's been spending the day with Jasper. There was Jay and that other dragon kid.
The lady with the white hair?
Yes.
How did she react to it?
Yes, both of them reacted very poorly. They both also made the decision to then chug water, which I told them explicitly not to do because it would make it worse.
What water makes it worse?
It spreads it around the mouth. So if it was only burning a small portion, it was now burning every portion of your mouth.
What do you drink?
Milk is a good option. It helps neutralize the burning. But personally, just alcohol. Or ginger. Ginger is a good palate cleanser, so it'll distract your mouth from the burning sensation.
Okay. He's still not back yet.
Mm-hmm. Personally, I would leave, but I have literally no other plans. So I would kind of just be wandering around aimlessly until something happened.
We could go check on him. He looked spooked out of nowhere. I don't know why.
Sure. I could do that.
You can come back here later, maybe.
Yes. I'm sure there will be others who are interested in visiting the hot springs.
Fast forward.
Whoa, you're so good at that.
Thanks.
You know,
I
that's a
gotta get my
good
clothes
skill.
off really fast.
That's also a good skill, I've heard. Personally, I've never had a need for taking my clothes off quickly, for some reason. Well, let's get going.
Right. He said, "You out here?" Hello?
Perhaps you went to the square. Perhaps you went to the, center area.
Maybe.
I believe Jay is over there. We could ask her if she's seen him.
Right. Hey, Miss.
Hey, Ethan.
You
Hey,
doing
do you know
alright?
where the, Oh, yeah. Just thinking. I wanted to ask if you knew where the inn was.
Oh yeah, it's it's right next to the hot springs over there. You just
Okay.
Actually, I'll
Go
quickly show
up
you.
the stairs and go to the left.
The hot springs just right over here.
So there's a hot springs.
Yep. Changing rooms are right there. You gotta sign in there first, though. If you
There's
ever
the
want to
inn.
go in there, and there, big building right here.
Okay. Thank you.
Do give the hot springs a
I,
try.
Well, never been a big fan of water. I'll admit.
Oh yeah, that.
Who knows?
Yeah, would that feel weird? That might feel weird.
Perhaps
It's
a little
sad to
bit.
hear you dislike water. I assure you it's quite pleasant.
Maybe just
I'll think
one
about
time?
it. I'll consider it. I don't think I caught your name.
I am Seasaidh.
Seasaidh?
Seasaidh.
Seasaidh.
Yes.
Seasaidh, right?
Yes.
It's actually finally cool to meet you. I saw you a couple times, but I never actually introduced myself. But I thought you looked pretty cool.
Thank you. It is much better than hearing someone scream, "What the fuck is that?" as I pass by.
I'm sure.
A pleasure to
yeah,
meet
that's
you.
the inn. There's the hot springs there as well.
Ah. Well, I think I'm gonna go get some rest. I'll have to make a trek back to the Kalypsia.
Yeah,
Right.
likewise.
Counting on you, hero.
Yeah,
Right.
hero.
Aina. Aina. I will help you. No matter what. He's also get it back like an arrow. I will.
We've got places to be. You, my friend, are bold.
For what?
I have been told that you have disrespected a very close friend of mine yesterday, and I am not quite fine with that.
In my defense, it is difficult for me to describe the differences in your language between darkness that is cast by a distant object by the sun. I do not know whether or not something is a shade or a shadow until it starts speaking to me.
Or until it starts moving on its own.
I mean, it also could have been a bird. I assumed it was a bird's shadow until I saw it speaking to me.
I just wish to talk to let you know that should that happen again, we'll be meeting again. Perhaps not on good terms. Thank you.
Your language is confusing to me. I do not know why you use two different words to describe objects that look so similar.
Do not call her an object.
What is the difference between those? Your language is super confused. Why do you not just use less words? Less words, more meaning.
I am not a shadow. I am a shade.
In my language, we usually just use interchangeable terms. I do not... Are there other terms I should be using besides those two? Is there a third one? Is there a fourth one? Do you have one that doesn't sound anything like shadow that I could use?
You would be disrespecting me. The original term was shade. Shades
Okay.
existed before shadows did. A shadow
Look, I do not look into your lore. I do not particularly care about your history. I just want to know the correct terminology so that I can use it properly next time.
You are going to respect that person immediately, and you are going to learn the ways of speaking to them and addressing them. Is that understood?
No, this is not my master. I respect only the
I don't
unseen.
care if it's not your master. That doesn't matter here. It is pure respect.
Why should I respect it? Or her? Or is it a her? I do not know its gender. It is the word that is used in common to describe something that is gender neutral, yes? I am still learning your language.
Absolutely not. It is not.
I have been referred to as an it repeatedly.
And you shouldn't be. However, that doesn't mean that she should be referred as such.
Wait,
should I catch you one more time disrespecting in the slightest her history and the terminology to use as to not disrespect her, you will find an arrow in your chest before you know it. Anything else, you might still be learning the language. However, this, my friend, if I can learn, you can learn.
Then teach me. I am actively asking to be taught.
We have been. We said a shade is something that moves, that is alive. Something that is gender neutral would be a they. How do you not know that? Even I have not been to a school and I know that.
Wait, why do you use they in that way? Your language is incredibly confusing.
We need to leave before I shoot him.
Hold on, I have another question. How do I know if it is a shade other than it speaking to me? Clearly this issue stemmed from the fact that I did not immediately recognize that fact. I would like to be able to recognize it in the future so I do not continue causing this issue. Are there other, more obvious indicators for me?
Not to move.
Listen, this is probably one of the first shades I've ever spoken to. We do not usually have them where I am from. So it is difficult for me to tell.
Yes, you do.
Well, not where I grew up. I am certain they are probably down there, but where I specifically grew up, I did not meet any.
Yes, there are.
Okay, well, I did not personally meet any of them.
Every single shadow that exists was once a shade.
That is disturbing to hear.
Existed before shadows did. Because
Yes, you said that earlier.
of casters torturing, enslaving,
That is
So
quite
many
sad.
of my kind have died because of yours. And
What
if
did I
you
do?
dare to disrespect me again, I will show you the wrath of a shadow.
Is there like a book I can read on this? They seem very touchy about this.
From this point forward, if you wish to find a book on this, that is for you to do the work to find the book that you are searching for.
Why do that? If it's such a big deal, why is it not made more widely spread? I feel like this is important information.
Indeed. And it's a shame that it's not. However, effort is where it matters. If you wish to respect her, which you should go to a library and find the book that you need.
Is this more hidden knowledge, or is it something I could be able to easily find in a library? I did not hear until they mentioned the whole torture thing. That seems like important information to know, and I am quite distressed by this.
Go to a library.
Okay. Do you have any pointers, personally, for me to begin learning? I wish to actively learn about this.
Not particularly.
Okay. Any keywords? As I asked earlier, I was wondering if there are any more terminology besides shade. And the other one I'm not going to say, because last time I said it, I got yelled at.
You're already learning. Look for books and shades, and
is it rude to call something a shade that is not a shade, or is it still acceptable to refer to things as shades? I'm trying very carefully to say the correct things, because clearly this is a hot topic.
that is not for me to say. And I believe that she is not willing to speak for now. So for now, all I can say is go find a book, read, and don't slip up.
This is why I prefer culture in Altreus. We do not have such horrible histories wound up in there. There's no messed up torture thing going on down there, to my knowledge. Also, how is it that everything has a shade? Do buildings have shades? And were they tortured? Did someone torture the buildings?
I'm not really sure. All I really know is just that you just don't call a shade a shadow, because it's like an insult to them.
Okay. Should I refer
really
to
know why
every
it was an
shadow as a
insult.
shade from now on? Because I couldn't tell if it was a shade or not.
To be safe, probably.
What's even more confusing is why we still use the word shadow if it's no longer acceptable.
Maybe some things aren't capable of being shades?
From now on, instead of using the word shadow, I'm going to use the darkness that the light casts upon, because it is far easier to understand. And I do not think that someone will mistake it for me using whatever that counts as. Once again, common is not a good language. Why does anyone use it? So many words can be condensed into one. Why would you use, but at the same time, why would you use they to refer to something gender neutrally instead of it? Is they not plural? I assumed it meant to group. This is a confusing place you live in.
Yeah, it really... Yeah, it's really confusing.
So, like, are all of them that crazy, or is it just that specific one? Wait, was that inappropriate to say?
I wouldn't say... I wouldn't say she was crazy. I just,
Particularly rude and touchy, and refusing to elaborate any further, and is too quick to assume that everyone knows everything that they know.
It seems like she's been through a lot. I'm not really sure. I don't know much about shades, other than to just not call them shadows.
It
That's
is
really all I
one
know.
thing to be insulted because someone used the wrong word. It is another thing entirely to threaten them when they are actively trying to figure out the correct terminology to use in order to prevent any future incidents. I do not care what that strange rabbit lady says. I will not be showing that particular shade any extra respect that I will not show anyone else unless it proves itself worthy of that extra respect. In the same way anyone else would have to prove themselves. They will receive a baseline amount of respect for the fact that they are a sapient creature or being, in the same way that we are both sapient creatures and beings. I think that is a good baseline.
Right.
Also, I do not fear crossbow shots in the back. I fear many crossbow shots in the back, but a single one, not particularly. If I were them, I would threaten to slit my throat in my sleep. There would have been no much better threat, even though I sleep in the water whenever possible. Do they have a library here?
I think so. I think someone mentioned a library the other day, but I'm not sure what that is.
I will have to look it up, because clearly the shades do not wish to tell me the correct things to say. They want me to guess. So I'm going to guess by looking at a book. Unless there is a shade around that I could ask for more clarification.
Well, there was Aina, but she's
Yes,
she's resting now. The inn.
I'd recommend that they continue to do that. That I use they correctly.
I believe so.
Okay, then I recommend that they continue to rest. They would not want that curse to spread, or illness, or whatever it is.
There's also a shade that hangs around Akane now. I haven't seen that
Kane
one.
is the fox woman, yes?
Yeah, the black-haired fox woman. The
Okay.
Kitsune.
Kitsune. I see.
That's what I think they're called. Yeah, apparently they're foxes, but they're called kitsunes. It's like a weird spirit.
Maybe
from,
they're like
I think this
special.
place actually.
Maybe they're like different in a specific way that makes them distinct from regular fox people.
I think someone said they're like spirits or something.
You know what's funny? I was able to ask you that, and I wasn't threatened once. I could just ask you what the correct terminology was, and then you told me. Apologies, I'm still rather frustrated that they immediately jump to threatening murder when I am actively making it clear I am trying to figure out what they want me to say. But instead of telling me, they just keep bitching about it. Did I use bitching correctly? I have heard that is a swear word.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, cool. Then yes, they were bitching about it. Is shitting a word I could use in that statement? They were shitting
Say
about
again?
it?
Shading?
Shitting. I've heard shit is also a swear word.
Yeah.
They did not tell me what it means. I learned it from a sailor.
How do you... Oh.
Maybe while I'm in the library, I'll pick up a language book also.
Yeah, they might have something like that, hopefully.
I wish there were more translations. Common is kind of like a patchwork of every language, but in the worst possible way.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Also, Cedros, did you see him?
No, I was about to go, and then the shade and the... Wait, is rabid woman the correct term, or is there a specific one, like with the kitsune thing?
I think people just call her Chloe.
Okay. Well, anyways, I was about to go looking through here when Chloe and her shade started screaming at me, as you saw.
Wait, so they walked up to you and just...
Well, not like immediately screaming, it was more like threatening me immediately with, hey, you had some pretty big guts or whatever to insult my friend here. And I was like, I do not really care what they're to be called, just tell me what to call them. They're like, how dare you disrespect their heritage? And quite frankly, I still don't care. I mean, I care a little now that I know about the whole torture thing. That's kind of messed up. But, like,
yeah.
How does that affect me? Why should I show you reverence for something that couldn't affect me any less? Maybe if you explain to me why it's so important I show respect, it'll be easier for me to do that. I was trying my utmost not to be particularly rude, because it was very clear that they are what is the word? Highly emotional individuals.
Yeah.
Is individuals the correct... Is individuals like another way of saying it? Or is that another way of saying people? Is it okay to say individuals? Or is that offensive?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah, it's just another way of saying person, I think.
Why is it different to say person and object?
Well, a person is like me. Like I breathe, I move, I eat, I sleep, I live. An object doesn't really do all that stuff. They kind of just,
I see the difference.
Like say a sword.
I understand. There is a similar thing in my language. I believe the closest word for your word for person would be subject. That is what the queen refers to all of her people. And then everyone else, or everything else, is an object.
Oh.
Does that make me a person or an object?
Wait, so your queen refers to her people as subjects, and...
Yes, and all are her people. She rules the sea. She works for Oceana. She is her voice and her vessel.
And who does she refer to as objects?
Most structures and animals, and non-specific creatures. I believe that is the closest translation between the words. The phrasing is difficult. I assure you, there is much love behind it.
Right, yeah. Well, we would probably just call animals animals, not objects.
Yes.
Because, you know,
I
they're
did learn the
living as
animal
well.
word, because I am not supposed to call people that unless they act like animals. I don't understand what that means.
Like,
I have heard that I'm not supposed to tell it to anyone with animal features, like their ears and tail. I did not learn this from experience, at least. I saw the sailor do it, and then he was beaten.
Yeah, don't do that. That's, also a sensitive thing that's also an insult.
Okay. Is there like a book of insults somewhere I can use to actively avoid using insults? I feel like that's a thing that should exist.
I'm not really sure. We also do have a library in the Kalypsia. You could check there and see if there's anything
I will
like
definitely
that.
check that out. Do you think I should ask people what insults they know so I can know not to use them?
Maybe. It's always good to learn and learn what to do and what not to do, what not to say and what to say.
Okay.
So, like that
Do
kind
you
of...
think they will start screaming at me if I get it wrong?
I guess that just depends on how you say it.
I see.
Because forming how you say things is kind of important.
I see.
So,
I do
you know,
really
like,
wish that
people don't get mad at you.
Yeah, I do wish that the shade had explained to me what they meant by every shadow was once a shade. Which means that, should we call all of it shadows, or should we call all of it shades? I feel like the shades, why do we use that word again? I don't see any use for the word shadow if it's all shade. I'm trying to figure out what these words mean. Do you know what these words mean?
He's confused about shadows and shades.
So I've been told not to use the word shadow ever, I think. They weren't clear about it, but they were yelling a lot.
Shades live in shadows, but shadows are not shades.
That makes things more confusing. They said that all shadows were once shades. So I asked, how do I tell what the difference between a shadow is and a shade is? And they started getting louder.
If they start talking to you, it's very likely a shade.
Yes, I understand
They
that.
don't
I was
start
asking if there were any other indicators. And then they got even mad.
Depends if you can see magic, I suppose. That's another indicator.
I cannot.
Then, yeah, you don't do that.
Oh, do you know if there are any books on this? They told me to go to a library and read a book. But they also said that this is not widespread information.
And there should be some information about shades.
Okay. Ooh, do you know if there's a book on insults? I'm trying to figure out what words I'm not allowed to call people. In specific context.
You might have to look at the old books for that.
Okay.
Yeah, times are a lot different now. Well, mostly different. So a lot of the older books, they have a lot of language that people do not use.
Okay. I'm mostly looking for words that... I don't know how to describe this. I was told not to use it to refer to someone. I was to use they, but I didn't understand because they also means a group.
They is easier because it's a possibility of both.
Okay. Why do you not use a singular?
Ah.
I know some languages I've heard either use male or female specific pronouns as the default. So instead of an it or a they would use she or he as the default. Or specifically not knowing the gender or if there is a gender. There are a lot of nuances to this language.
Yeah.
There should be
It's
less.
just most of the time, if you refer to someone as he or she, that means you know what they are. But if they, because you know it can apply to both, people usually don't care.
Okay.
It's more of a safe bet to just use they than, you know,
I see.
outright implying one is one side.
Oh, yes. Their shade refuses to tell me anything about shades or what I'm allowed to or not allowed to say. Do you know any shades that would be willing to tell me what I am and not allowed to say?
Which one did you ask?
Well, the one I asked was the one I accidentally referred to. Yes, I accidentally referred to them as a shadow
Talk to the
because
one
I
with
saw them
Nix.
moving, and I thought it was a bird passing by. But it was moving in an odd
The one
pattern.
with Nix is a lot more friendly when it comes to being a shade.
I do not want to ask that. One? Is one okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I do not want to ask that one because I believe they have been afflicted, and I want them to recover.
Yeah, after we get a cure for it, then you can ask them. But like right
Okay.
now, it's
I've heard that this Akane person, who is a Kitsune, did I say that correctly?
she also has her own shade. Yes.
Yes. Should I ask her? And
You could.
is the shade a they? Should I ask they? They should.
You can start with they first, and then if they tell
Okay.
you something else, then you can just say it.
Are there? They doesn't feel right when I say ask a they.
Ask them.
Them.
Yes.
That's how you use that word.
Yes.
That makes a lot
It's
more
like,
sense.
It's the same. It's the same thing as him.
Ah.
Them.
That makes sense why it doesn't work because there's no im.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that considering for the female one it's her. That one doesn't have
Oh.
a in.
Well, I don't think is a word. Is a word?
Yes.
Is a word. I-R.
Yes.
What does it mean?
H-E-R.
No, I'm saying with an I. Like
I think that was
I-R.
racist,
I'm going to start carrying a dictionary around.
You probably should.
Probably a safe bet.
Yeah.
Why are there
Maybe
so
once
many insults in your
once-
language?
And people are racist.
Why do they make it such common words, though? It doesn't make sense.
I don't fucking know.
It doesn't make sense how you can accidentally insult someone in your language. Usually it should be deliberate.
Microaggression. Once all of this
Yeah,
is done, you can probably borrow one from the library on the Kalypsia.
I heard there's maybe a library in town.
So what?
I heard there may be a library
Is
in
there
town.
a library? I feel like I vaguely heard someone say
here,
there was
yes,
a
but
library.
I don't suggest you borrow something from there because, once we go back to Kalypsia, we have no idea when we come back here.
True.
And you
Right.
can't exactly return it. You can go there to read, but you probably shouldn't borrow. Probably
Yes.
do it for Kalypsia.
Do you think they sell books here? Never mind, I just remembered I have no money.
And next time you go on mission, you'll get some.
Hopefully.
Yeah. This
I
one
would
is
like
okay, this
to
one is
read
just
more on
making
this so
sure
I
that
don't
this place does not
accidentally
go
insult
down in
another
flames.
shade. Because the last one I insulted on accident, them and their what do you call the Shade's person that they are with?
Depends on the shade, but I think for
Ren?
Chloe shade, some would consider that. I think
Connected
Anna,
partner.
actually, I don't know how Anna and so, but I know Vera and Chloe. Chloe is, she called her Caster.
Caster. Okay. What was I gonna say?
I think Anna and Nyx is different word because I think they share a different type of relationship, and then also Akane and whatever her shade's name is, also a different type of relationship. So that one's very depending on circumstance.
Right. Well, I would like to make sure I know the differences, because the last Shade and Caster threatened to murder me. And refused to elaborate further on the correct things to say, and instead got more angry when I asked them what I was supposed to say instead. Which seems counterintuitive. How am I supposed to do better in the future if I am actively teaching information that you are denying me?
Some people are like this, it happens.
Yes. They seemed emotionally... What is the word?
Yeah.
I said it earlier correctly. Active? Emotionally active. Was that the correct word?
Emotionally charged is another way to
Yes.
say it.
That's what I said. That's what I said earlier. I think it was emotionally charged. Right? You were there. Okay.
That or deeply emotional.
I think it might have been deeply emotional, actually. Yes.
All right, were you here to say something?
I need to go train for preparation for. But before you sleep, come meet me in the forest. You and I are going to have a spar at least.
Oh, right.
Okay.
It won't take long because I don't want you to lose too much sleep before we go into the spirit realm tomorrow.
Right. Sure.
Out of character. I'm not staying in the freaking to some shit.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to go ask other people what insults I'm not allowed to call them now.
Yeah, good luck on that. Try not to go too hard on it.
Okay, I just want to be certain I don't say the wrong thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to write it down on the list. Does anyone have any paper?
Here, page from my journal.
Much obliged. I will write a list of all the things I'm not allowed to say, and then I will have it on me at all times so that I know I'm not allowed to say these things.
Right.
I write shadow at the top. There we go. Okay, good luck with your training, unless you're not going to go do that immediately. I wasn't fully listening.
I'll go do that. You have a great rest of your night, Seasaidh.
You too. I will try not to be killed with a crossbow. That would be a very embarrassing way to die. Those things are like toothpicks.
Right. Just be careful of how you form your words. Again,
Okay.
it's important.
Oh yes, I should add it to this list. Not it. Okay. It's
Animal
and
as well.
shadow. Animal, yes.
Yeah,
Was
don't
fox
say that
person
to
okay? Because you can't...
Fox person?
Fox person, because we agreed kitsune was different.
Well, I don't think that's an insult. It's just the proper term is kitsune.
I see. If you call someone the wrong thing, it's also an insult. Like if I called you a sea bear, when you are not. You are a human?
Yeah, I'm human.
Human, okay. Wasn't sure. Some of you, they have very differing body types. So I don't know what is and is not some other form of similar to human. You definitely have a human nose. No offense. Is that offensive to say?
Oh no, that's fine. Humans mostly just look like me, you know, normal kind of ears like this, hair like that.
Okay.
Body like this.
No tail.
No tail.
Okay.
Anyone who looks like a human but has like animal ears, a tail, that I believe they're called beastkin. Yeah, don't call those people animals.
I feel like calling them just beasts would also be annoying and or insulting. So beastkin.
Yeah.
Important distinction.
Yeah, their species are beastkin. Yeah, but just don't call them animals
and they
or
have
beasts.
Different subsets
It's rude.
of their species.
Yes, I'm pretty sure yes.
So far, the beastkin and humans are the easiest to understand.
Yeah. Phew. Now I know the reason why they don't like being called shadows is a lot deeper than just a regular insult.
Yeah, you would think they would make that clear. Since there are they are about. You would think they would want to actively make it clear so that people don't do it on accident, and they make very well sure that they're using the correct term. I'm still going to have to ask a shade if it's okay to call things that aren't shades, shades.
Right.
Because it's confusing. And what counts as a shade? I mean, they say all of the other word were once shades, so I'm trying to figure out what is and is not.
To my knowledge, you call something a shade when it speaks, has a form like mine or like yours or just anything that's like, you know, that moves like us and talks.
Yeah, but my not shade, that which the light casts, the darkness, you can't see it because it is dark out, but that also moves with my body. When a bird flies by, the darkness that it is casting onto the ground is moving in an irregular pattern. Oh, I just understood why that shade refers to their caster as a caster. It's because they are casting the darkness behind them. Right? You think that's why they call it that?
Probably.
That's clever.
Right. I should probably go.
Yes, good luck. I'm going to find
yeah.
people to bother about my issues.
Right. Be careful.
I will try. If anyone tries to kill me, I will just kill them back harder. But I would prefer not to do that.
Yeah. Don't immediately go do that. We still have a mission to do, and we got to defend this place.
Yes, I avoid attacking people unless they are actively trying to kill me and are somewhat successful at it.
Right.
If they only pull out like a dagger or something, I'll probably just grab it from them. Or push them a little.
Right, yeah, that's probably better to do
I'm
that.
sure it could survive a small dagger stabbing.
Yeah, you probably could. Yeah, I wish you luck, and again, be careful.
Yes, I hope no one else threatens to murder me tonight, but we'll see. The night is still young.
Yeah.
Good luck with your training. I'm gonna go now because if I keep saying that, we're gonna keep getting caught in a loop where I say, good luck with your training, and then I'll say something that is potentially worrying, and then you'll warn me not to do something worrying. So I'm gonna go now. Good luck.
Right, yeah, see ya.